Hey, this is Fred for Sinsaenum and you're watching Loud TV. Allez.
So,
Yes.
funny thing is that you ate sushis,
Yes.
and for our last interview together with Joy, he
Yeah.
was here. He was talking about the first album, the first songs as sushis.
Because you need to digest the whole thing. It's like you take a bite of something, and it's almost like sushi. It's like it's the fucking black metal sushi. You take one bite, and then you have to have like this bite.
Right? I don't remember that. I remember that we did the interview here. That's for sure. So when I walked in, I was just like, fuck, I've been here before. And then a lot of people I've been doing interviews with today were mentioning that. So it's been quite emotional today. So I'm sorry, I don't remember the sushi thing, but yeah, it's been quite emotional today. So I'm gonna try to keep it together, but to be back here without him and having an album that's dedicated to him, to my father, to our light guy Fred, it's difficult. So I'm gonna try to keep it that way, but yeah.
What do you want us to keep in mind about Joy as a drummer, as a musician, as a?
It's not my place to say. I mean, to me, he was a friend first and foremost. So he was. I don't. I mean, he was obviously a musician. That's how people know him, you know. But to me, he was a friend. He was like a very humble, funny guy with like a big heart. Very kind, very passionate about music. He loved talking about music. That's how we met, talking about Morbid Angel. That's how we used to call each other. We would text each other and go MA. It stands for Morbid Angel. And yeah, someone very, very passionate about music. So he was like, you know, yeah, a very great person.
So how did you write this new album? As usual, you are the first on guitars, and but it seems that when I interviewed Bubu
Yeah.
last time in Reims, a fantastic show, he told me that it was maybe on the second album more collective.
Yeah.
And but he told me at the same time that the riffs were very fast, and he said to me, "Yeah, shit, it's maybe sometimes too fast."
Mm-hmm.
What about this one?
This one, I started writing music for this album in 2019, I believe. I had like a big chunk of everything, and then 2020 I lost my father, so that left me like very empty, not very interested but anything at all. Then we lost Joey, which was another, you know, and so I left it like that. There was nothing coming out. I always thought that, you know, I could translate my emotions through music, which I've done in the past. Anger, hatred, you know, or sorrow, which I thought was, you know, sorrow, sadness. But this just hit me like real hard and left me empty. Still am. And but at the same time, in looking at the album and the way it's been written, there was no agenda, so to say. It was more like a very natural, like I think the first album was done like as a love letter to the genre of death metal. Second album was made with anger, because I was angry about how things were working for Sinsaenum. Like, it was very difficult to do shows, to with the different managements and whatnot. So, and this one was just I don't know. Just me writing music with no no boundaries, I guess. So I don't know if like some of the riffs, sorry, are complicated. Some of them are not. I don't know, and I don't really think in that, you know, that way when I write something. It's just, it comes out. And so to answer your question, it is complicated. It is fast at times, and sometimes it's not. If I'm answering your question. Am I? Not really?
Is it a Normand answer? No, yes, no, no, no.
Yeah.
No problem. So.
What was the question? What was the question?
If it's sometimes too fast.
But it's not.
Maybe if you thought about live.
Some of the songs are gonna be difficult if you want to play them live, but I don't think it that way. It's whatever comes, and then the problem is like, oh my god, like on the previous album, Repulsion for Humanity, the song was like, and then when we had to play live, we're just like, god, this is complicated, you know. So I think with that in mind, that's probably what influenced the album, which is like, I think a little easier to play. But like I said, I don't really think that way. I just, songs come out, and then we have to figure out and go like, oh, this is great, or just, oh my god, this is fucking complicated, thank you very much. So
great.
That is a better answer.
Yeah.
Good.
So let us know about the lineup, and was it like easy to set your previous drum tech who took the job, and about Attila also? Mm-hmm. Is he still in the band?
First, Joyzy, drum tech. I wanted to keep things in the family rather than get someone else, because we know a lot of musicians, but I thought that was better to have someone who was already part of the family, because Sinsaenum is all about like sort of a family tribe kind of thing, and that's what we that we wanted to keep it that way. I thought it made total sense to ask Joyzy, and I think he's perfect for the job. He knew Joey very well. He's a great drummer, great friend, so it's perfect. Attila is part of the band and not part of the band. It's always like complicated. People are just like, oh, he's on the picture, he's not, you know. He's always been like this. He's always been like the ghost behind. Like he's part of the band and also not. And it's complicated when I have to explain to people, so I just don't really explain. It doesn't matter, you know. We as a live band is usually not there because he's busy with all his bands. But he's on the album, and because the album was dedicated to Joey, among others, it made total sense, you know, to have him part of it as well. It was just like, yeah, absolutely, you know. So he's always been the ghost. He comes and goes, and that's how it is. But you can hear him on the album, you know.
Talking about the riffs, it's always because I'm a huge fan of Death, the band Death. So this time on the riffs, and especially on the solos also, I feel the philosophy of Chuck Childner.
Thank you very much. They're always like touches of because he's a big influence of mine. So there are touches of Death, like I think, what's that song? Destroyer. The solo part has a lot of like Death, influence for sure. But thank you. Thank you. I don't know, but if you hear it, I hear it too. So you know, and it's definitely a good thing. I think it's not just like, you know, it's a great band, and I'm wearing the shirt, so there you go.
And there is also the acoustic guitar.
Yeah,
which is reminds me also, you know, the album Symbolic and.
I think that the acoustic guitar you're talking about, the intro for Shades of Black, to me was more influenced by I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English. Tiamat, probably Tiamat. The album, the Astral Sleep. That's what came from. That's an album I was listening to at the time. a lot. So that's yeah. I mean, like I said, if you're talking about symbolic, the intro to like 1,000 words.
Yeah,
the song. Yeah. I grew up with this album. Yeah.
There is also something very strong for Sean, the singer.
Yeah.
And I feel there is a new range of singing.
Yeah. I knew he had the potential to do that. He's a great singer. He's got an amazing voice when it comes to death and black and whatnot. But I knew he had that also, you know. And we talked about it, and we were just like, is it showy or maybe not? Is it Sinsaenum, isn't it? And we were just like, who cares? Let's do what we want. And that's why he's singing on the Obsolete and Broken and on Last Goodbye. And I think it's amazing. He's got a great voice, and it would be a shame not to use that, you know, even though the core of the band is still death black metal, but we have that, you know, so we might as well.
You mean in the clean vocals are in those songs. And I feel also the album may be more compact, more homogenic. Do you have this?
You probably. I was actually, funny enough, I was reading reading reviews about the previous album, and people were going like, oh, it goes that way and then goes that way and blah blah, which is a little bit like, that's how I am, you know. I like this and that and blah blah, and I guess maybe this album is a little more, whatever the word is, like focused, or it has like a more of a style, a defined style, maybe, possibly. If that's what you hear, then that's what it is.
Okay. There's also Lasse Lamat.
Lamat.
Yeah. Right. Who did a huge work with Alstom, but also with your friend Sai.
Yeah, that's the album I played on. Yeah.
And so I was wondering about this producer. Why did you choose him?
Because we worked together, and when I did the guitar and bass on the Sai album, and I liked the way he worked, the way he was producing it, and it was challenging, confronting me, just like, oh, do that again, you know, blah blah. You know, I felt the connection, and He's been on this album, like we've been working on it for a long time, on and off, and he's great. I think the sound is amazing. He did a great job. And like I said, we had like a couple of months of intense work, followed by, because my mood's been going like this for the last few years. And it was the same with the album. Like I said, you know, I had the song written, then I felt empty, then I was just like, okay, let's work on the album, then I was just like, I don't know. So it went like this, and he was there throughout the whole thing, just like, let's work, let's stop, let's work. It's difficult to come up with something that, like you said, you feel like the album is like focused and whatnot, but in reality it wasn't. Like, it was very, you know, like this. So I'm glad eventually it turns out as being focused, because it was quite the journey.
Did you write the lyrics together with Sean, or you only, and how did you work?
No, I wrote some, Sean wrote some, and we asked external people that I know, because I felt I like to tell stories with my music, but at the same time, like I was saying, I felt very empty with I knew what I wanted to express, but I felt very empty with all of that, whatever depression I was facing or whatever that is. So I asked people, I was giving them like a general idea, they would come up with lyrics, and then, you know, I would overview that. That's how it happened. It was very difficult to me to put things into music, and into words was impossible, but I knew what I wanted to express. I just couldn't. I guess the general vibe has that, you know, undertone of this grief and sorrow, but not all the songs are about that. Anger. I mean, like the usual death metal, but I guess yeah, the overtone, the overall vibe is that grief, sorrow, pain.
And who did the artwork?
The
Is it
artwork?
painting?
It's Travis Smith who worked on the previous album. Who Joey introduced me to him, and I asked him if he had existing artwork that I could look at, and I saw that one and I was just like, this is perfect because it is not. It has a contrast between the music and the cover was just like the main character, I call him the Emperor, looking at the sun, and it's just like, I don't know, it's calm and in contrast with the intensity of the music, perhaps. It has like touches of Japanese culture as well, like there's the sun, that which reminds me of obi. Is it obi? Yeah, the you know, on a vinyl, like a Japanese vinyl or CD, like the thing. So yeah, I love the artwork. I had like different options, something that was more visual, more, you know, cruel or with more anger and whatnot, but that one was just felt like it was the perfect choice. So I'm very pleased with the artwork actually.
Any live?
Yeah, we have shows planned for October. I'm very busy with Kreator, but we wanna do shows. So we've been working on something. I'm not the one taking care of that because it is difficult for me to take care of the whole project. Like, you know, it's very important to me, but also I'm like, so I'm not really taking care of that. But we're gonna do shows, and I'm looking forward to play those songs on stage.